All right, well, I figured I would make a quick little video on this MagMaster Pro clip-on magnetic tool holder. And I gotta say, um, when I got this, when I got it delivered today, I went and picked it up around noon. Um, I was surprised. It was actually a little bit heavy. I was like, okay, cool, cool. So anyways, that's what it comes clipped right here on that. And yeah, this is one of those, ads on Facebook, and it's like, yeah, boy, I've been burned a few times on these Facebook bullshits, but it seemed legit, and so yeah, I went for it. It was with shipping, and I guess it came. I think it came from like Moscow, or Moscow, however you want to pronounce it, Idaho, which is just a few hours north of where I'm at. Which I didn't know that ahead of time, but anyways, because I saw that on like the delivery stuff. Anyway, so it came United States Postal Service, and well, I hope you can see it pretty good. I think I have that probably set up pretty good there. Anyway, so the magnetic part, and I have a really heavy duty, like these belts are expensive. These are like, I don't know, 60, 70, 80 bucks. But I had this thing for like 3 years, and I forget the company who makes them, but these belts are badass. Anyways, so the clip is real heavy duty. I mean, that clip is a really, really strong clip. For me, because I do home remodeling and repair, most of the time, I see myself using this to hold screws. Who knows how I'll wind up using it, but that's kind of how I thought it would probably go. But anyway, so here's a handful of 3-inch. Obviously, you don't want them sticking out like that. You jab yourself. And then, of course, if you're a little bit further away from that, because it's screws, like some of these will probably fall off because they're not actually making contact. But you can see how, I mean, even that's even on there pretty good. So, yeah, up here, the stupid places don't have the, what are they called? Like corrugated screws or whatever they are. It's for my Synco semi-automatic drywall gun, and all the screws are on a belt. And they don't carry those damn things up here. So when I'm doing drywall work, it's like, you son of a bitches, I gotta do this with loose screws. And it just wastes so much time versus having the semi-automatic gun. I mean, I could put in 5 or 6 screws by the time somebody puts one in. Anyways, so that's probably kind of how I'll be using it, is for screws. But yeah, those are on there really good. And then I went and got a hammer, or even like this. I mean, obviously you want to have something where it's like flat, because otherwise if it's something that's not like angled or whatever, it's not going to grab good. But I mean, you heard that. So you could see, like, I'm pulling on that pretty darn good, and that's not coming off. Now it's contacting a nice flat surface, so it's going to have close to maximum grip. But that, okay, see now obviously you don't have a lot of strength going out that direction, and I'm pulling it straight. Now if I was to angle it, you can angle it off because you change the angle of contact. But with this here, how that's really flat, like, you really have to like angle it to get it off, because that was really difficult to pull straight off, as you could see by how much it was pulling at my pants, how my arm was straining, and then once it let loose, how far my arm actually went. So I feel it right there. That's about what, inch and a half, inch and 3/4, probably a little less than 2 inches. Yeah, it eventually falls off because how that there, because how that's kind of rounded. So once this was, I was jumping up and down, and you had this thing teeter-tottering on that curved surface. It wasn't like a flat. Like I bet you this thing ain't gonna. I can jump up and down with this, and it ain't gonna come off because it's on a flat surface. Yeah, swing it enough, it will. But any kind of normal movement, I mean, that's not even normal movement right there. Well, there you have it. I think it'll work great. Yeah, I mean, I could see myself having because I don't really use a hammer too much, but I could see that just popping it on there as I'm doing something instead of dropping it on the ground. But I'm definitely using wrenches and stuff like this frequently. So obviously where it grabs, where you put the tool on there is of major importance. So, you know, that's a really flat spot right there, so it's going to hold the most like that. Versus if you have it on a curved spot there where it can wobble around. But even that though, I mean, you really have to try to knock it loose. So yeah, that's not iron. I guess that's aluminum. Yeah, taking something on there that's flat and trying to take it straight off, that's difficult to do for sure, because it really is a super strong magnet.